Hey, let's talk about something real quick. I have always been very open and honest about my service dog.
This little lady right here is Ezekiel. Look at her. She's been playing in the mud, so her feetsies are stinky.
Yes, she's sleeping on my bed like that. She's like, "Are you talking about me?"
I am.
My dog is an Australian Shepherd. She is 3 years old. Her name is Izzy, and she is a double Merle, and she is 100% deaf. Okay, now that we have that out of the way. Oh, thank you. Right when I was trying to film. Thank you. Very helpful. She's like, "Your heartbeat's going too fast. I have to help you." Wow, look at that. She's tasking vasovagal stimulation because I'm really, really angry. If you couldn't tell by my very red face. Anyways, having someone to tell me without knowing me or any context around me or my service dog just said, "She's deaf, you need to wash her." Listen. I understand. Hold on, I'm finding it. It take you that long to find it? It do. She is 100% deaf. Her eyes are fully functional. She has been checked. I took her to an OFA person and they were like, "Are you showing her?" And I was like, "No. Obviously." And they were like, "Oh, well, I'll just look at her." Teehee. And I was like, "For free? Thanks, babe." Whack. I don't think that will ever happen to me ever again. But when she was like, I don't know, 9 months old or so, 9 or 10 months old, wasn't quite a year, somewhere in there, she had her eyes OFA checked. Wow, she passed an OFA test on her eyes. Her vet has checked her joints. Her joints are fully functional. She's a fully functioning dog. Yes, she is deaf. However, the context in which she is utilized as a service dog, which you would need to know to come at me sideways, is that I only use her when I am at work. Does she have public access training? Yes. Has she had service dog training? Yes. Does she task? Yes. Not that it's any of y'all's business. I'm just kidding. I'm lovely about talking about my mental illnesses and my physical illnesses and every illness in between, whether it be genetic or acquired over time. I'm very open. I love answering questions. I am a busybody, and if no one tells me things, I'll tell them things about myself. Ha ha ha. I have what is a whole mouthful of words. Dysautonomia, POTS. I have a vasovagal syncope, and probably some kind of autoimmune crap. I've been tested for like 6 different autoimmune disorders, and they can't quite pinpoint which one it is. It's not lupus. My face turns red, but it's not lupus. I've been tested for lupus like 6 times. And they always take like 1,000,000 tons of blood. Anyways, not the point. She tasks for me to keep me from falling on my face and scaring the ever-loving bejesus out of my students. Because imagine, you're in class, you're minding your business, and your teacher just goes, "Timber," and is unconscious and unresponsive in the middle of class. They're at their 13th reason already. I don't want to give them another one. Also, I really don't need another concussion. I've had enough. Oh my god, there's stuff on my face. What is that? It was nail polish. Update. I just did my nails earlier and I apparently touched my face at some point. I hope this feels like we're on FaceTime and I'm ranting at you because that's what it feels like. Anyways, so I use her. She, one of her tasks, her most used task, is she reminds me to sit down if my heart rate starts to go up. Sometimes I can feel it. I do get really insane heart palpitations and I will feel it and I will tell myself, "Oh shit, it's a coming," and I will sit down. Not always. A lot of times, I also have ADHD. I will be too attached to whatever task I'm doing and I will ignore it. Yes, I'm aware. It's a fatal flaw. Shut up. Anyways, sometimes I will not be paying attention to my own body signals. A lot of times I don't even feel it and I will just, down I go. So she will, in incrementally more aggressive, alerts, tell me, "Hey, stupid, sit down." And she gets more and more aggressive every time I ignore her. She currently alerts, her threshold is about 120 of heart rate. Usually she'll kick in and be like, something suspicious. Something is not right around 115 to like 110, somewhere in there. She'll be like, she looks like she's asleep a lot of the times, but she's like just in idle mode. But she'll be chilling like this, and then she'll like, something's happening, and then she'll start watching me. And then she'll get up and come to me and like get closer so she can like sniff and smell and like check, and she'll sit there and stare at me. And usually I'll see her come to me and I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. And I'll sit down before she even alerts. But she comes to school with me. And she keeps me from traumatizing teenagers. That's her main task. She's also an anxiety reaction dog. I have an anxiety disorder. If my life wasn't already hard enough, I have an anxiety disorder. I'm medicated for it, but it doesn't help that much. Possibly caused by the POTS. We don't know. They haven't done enough studies on it. Isn't that special? I could rant all over again about American healthcare system. But she will help me regulate my own heart rate, because it can't do its own thing like it's supposed to sometimes. So like a second ago, I am angry, so she's coming over here. You have a giant nerve that runs down your spine that's called the vagal nerve. So if you have a vasovagal syncope, that means sometimes your vagus nerve trips out, and it can cause you to do a multitude of things. You can pass out, you can throw up, you can get, what I get is like dizzy spells, and like the world just goes and I get really, really dizzy, and I also get motion sickness, so like if it lasts long enough, I will throw up, which is so special, which is also considered a migraine, so I'm told. Once again, there's not enough research on it. Isn't that special? But yeah, she can also alert to migraines. She usually can give me about 30 minutes warning before I'll start feeling symptoms, so I can take my meds and prevent some of the harsher symptoms. I think the migraines are probably caused by the vasovagal syncope issues. I have never just like lost feeling in my body, but I hear some people have that problem with vagal nerve issues. Your vagal nerve causes a lot of problems. Like, anybody like pop their neck and you feel it in your toes, that's your vagus nerve. Isn't that fun? I also learned that if you like try to poop really, really hard, you can like shove your colon into your vagus nerve and it'll kill you. Isn't that fun? You can just poop to death. I take her to school with me. Yes, she's deaf, but in a school environment, right? There's loud teenagers. They vacuum. They wax the floors. There's people outside doing lawn work all the time. Things that are like stressful to a dog to hear. And you can train them to like ignore it, but like I would feel cruel subjecting a dog to that constantly, that huge stimuli all the time. We just cut out the middleman. She doesn't have that problem. She can't hear shit. And like, she does have public access training. I have taken her to the mall one singular time. I had a panic attack, and she had to lead me back to the car. And it wasn't her fault. It was because people were just like, a dog. And I'm like, oh my god, people are perceiving me. If I have to go out in public, I take a person with me, just in case. My husband's not going to be worried by it. My bestie's not going to be worried by it. My mom's not going to be worried by it. They're used to me and my issues. And I usually have a pretty good grasp on it. But occasionally, it happens at work. And it happens in public. But at work, I have preventative measures. I can't take my mom with me to work. I'm a grown woman. So the lesson here, boys and girls, is mind your own damn business. If you stayed this long and you watched this whole video, I'm so sorry for probably wasting 10 minutes of your time. But I'd also would like to throw in there that this is one of the most accomplished dogs I've ever met in my life. She has lots of titles and ribbons and all the things. I'm a dog trainer. If she didn't want to do it, she wasn't capable of doing it, I wouldn't make her do it. You can't make a dog work. She's an Aussie. She needs a job.